So what Buddha announces to people, and the foundation of the Buddhist double movement, I would say, I think, because a lot of you are asking questions about this religion, how do people do it, and how does it become a religion? There is a religious movement, but the religious movement is participated in by the people who can't participate in the main movement, which is the educational/scientific movement, which is the movement that, hey, I discovered that the human being has the capacity to understand him, her, itself completely, perfectly well. And not only that, but that's the one way they're really going to have a good time, is when they fully understand themselves and the world. And those are two shocking kind of things. But supposedly, a Buddha is a being who has succeeded in that. That's what a Buddha is. It's the ultimate evolutionary outcome, a perpetual state of perfect bliss, capable of being in many bodies, not just one body, or capable of being in a way no body, no recognizable ordinary body, just being pure blissful energy infused in everything, something like that. And become that way without destroying anything. It isn't that the Buddha destroyed the world or something. They destroyed suffering, seeing suffering as caused by a mistake. By correcting mistake, there's no suffering. But they didn't destroy anything useful, any people, any place or anything like that. They didn't go to a place that is resulting from the destruction of the ordinary world at all. So without destroying anything and loving everything and compassionate for all others, and then caught in a very strange bind, this evolutionary thing, supposedly, a Buddha. He's caught in this strange bind, which is shown by the fact that his enlightenment story, even in the Theravada version, in the sort of most ground level version, before he achieves this understanding of everything, this what they call the termination of contamination, including all energies and instincts in the unconscious, before that, he remembers infinite entanglement with every other being. He becomes aware of all of the destinies and the natures and the past and the evolutionary history of every other being, which is inconceivable. So therefore, the bind is that he feels he is every other being. He knows it all, not in a verbal sense of describe it, A, B, C, did here and there, but a sense of knowing, feeling how they feel, and experiencing their memories, even that are unconscious to them, supposedly, becomes omnipresent in that way. But therefore cannot avoid seeing that the beings don't think everything is great. They don't think it's nirvana. They think they're suffering, they're having a terrible time. So then what do we do with that? That's part of the reality. Even though it's a delusion and it's a mistake and it's ignorant, based on ignorance, they still feel that. And then if you become a Buddha, you feel that. So even in Theravada, they say Buddha's like a mother. Every being to a Buddha is like a mother, every being seems like the mother's only child, like he's the mother of all beings. And so he has to do something about them, to introduce them to what he's, he can say, just to be coy and to get the gods on his side, he can say, well, I'm not going to teach anybody because they wouldn't understand. Remember, you see that in the story. He says, oh, no, people won't get it. I'm going to hang out and relax. What can I do? I can't help them. They won't understand. He says. And then Brahma comes and shows him a vision of rainfall falling on different kinds of flowers, and each one reacting to it in some way where they absorb what they can, in other words. So then they, and pushing him and giving him the wheel of what they call the wheel of Dharma, meaning the wheel of teaching. So evolution, therefore, and then the human being, and then the other good thing about it is that the human being is the one who is closest to that evolutionary sort of summit, which is beyond the, Buddha's name, one of his names in the Theravada too, is Deva Manusyanam Shasta, which means teacher of gods and humans, not just humans, also gods. So he's not just a god, he's teacher of gods. And I think that was what I wanted to convey about what is a Buddha.